Hello everyone and welcome to week 2 of our special Read Slowly Reading Marathon. For this week, we're gonna read a story called Say Something, Season 4, Waking of the Dragons. This story is written by whatever writer, Nini, Discord name Nini Daniels. It has 42 chapters and 297 pages. Its description says as follows. The gang is back and the drama is real. Everything seems to be going okay until someone makes the dumbest life-altering soul-sucking mistake ever. Also, a brand new villain comes out to play, and he has a motorcycle gang, and they mean business. Will the gang make out of this one with their souls intact? Read on to find out. Are you guys ready to hear it? Then let's get into it. Chapter 1. The Duel in the Circle. Greg vs. Yami. Further POV. Somewhere at sea, a research ship radios its submersible craft, Poseidon 3, informing the pilot that he's approaching a depth of 35,000 feet and warning him to stop his descent. The pilot refuses, claiming that he may be on the verge of the greatest discovery mankind has ever known. Despite continued warnings, Professor Hawkins pilots his small craft between the columns of what appears to be a sunken city. The craft surfaces in an area where air has been trapped under a cavern. Curious, Professor Hawkins emerges from his submersible to take a look around. Astonished, he sees carvings and statues that look like dual monsters. But how? In Domino, a newscaster announces that renowned scientist Arthur Hawkins has uncovered evidence of a 10,000-year-old lost civilization in the North Atlantic Ocean. On the street, Weevil Underwood accidentally runs into Rex Raptor. The two duelists immediately demand to know what the other is doing there. The Battle City tournament is over. Why haven't they gone home? Rex makes up a lame excuse, but Weevil's not fooled. Rex is after Yugi's Egyptian god cards, just as Weevil is. The two stride along the street together, each trying to outpace the other, until they're running at top speed, right into a tall, mysterious-looking, bearded man in a robe. He tells them he'll strip them of their souls. Then his eyes begin to glow, and he chants something that sounds vaguely Latin. Rex and Weevil panic as he reveals a strange, dangerous-looking dual disc and demands that they get up and duel. At Domino High, Thea's on the roof, looking out over the city. She's thinking that it's not like Yugi to skip class and hoping that everything's alright. Abby's POV. Me, Akila, and the guys see Thea on the school roof. Maybe she's seen Yugi, I said. Yeah, no one sees him since homeroom, Akira said. Hey Taya, have you seen Yugi? I asked. He left right before algebra, Taya said. Well, that's a good reason, right? Joey asked. Wait, hold up, back that shit up. Yugi skipped class? I asked. That doesn't sound like Yugi, Akira said. I wonder where he went, I wonder. Then I seen realization hit Akira. Kay, where did Yugi go? I asked. He may have went to the museum, Akira said. Why would he do that? Joey asked. Me and Yugi talked last night about the god cards. He said that he wanted to go to the museum ASAP. I told him that we'll go to the museum together, and he took it well. At least that's what I thought, Akira said. Well, let's go to the museum, I said. Yami's POV. I crossed the street with Yugi's book bag across my shoulders. Yugi appeared in spirit form next to me. Pharaoh, what's going on? We never switch between classes like this, Yugi thought. Yugi, did you bring the Egyptian god cards? I thought. Yeah, why? Yugi thought. We're going to the museum alone, I thought. But I told Akira that we will wait for her and that we will go together, Yugi thought. I know, Yugi, but I thought. But you don't want her to get hurt. I understand, Pharaoh. You care about her. But you realize that if Abby and Akira catch us, they will be mad, Yugi thought. I know, but we can't worry about that now. Now let's go to get my lost memories back, I thought. Abby's POV. We saw Yami as he just reached the museum steps. We made it, I thought. Yo, Yugi, I exclaimed. Hey, Yami, I exclaimed. Yami stopped and turned around to see us. We caught up with him. Dude, we've been looking everywhere for you. Why did you split like that? Joey asked. Yeah, why did you skip class? I know math sucks, but still, you need that class to progress in life, I said. There's something I need to do, and it could be dangerous, Yami said. Dude, we're a team. Plus, haven't you heard Taya give the friendship speech for 40 years? How we will always be there for you, and friendship cures everything, and blah blah blah, I said. I didn't say friendship cures everything. Dude, we're a team. Plus, haven't you heard Taya give the friendship speech for 40 years? How we will always be there for you, and friendship cures everything, and blah blah blah, I said. I didn't say friendship cures everything, Taya said. In my mind, you did, I said. Actually, I would have thought that it sunk in by now, Akira said. We put out their hands for a 4-way handshake. So, what are we doing again? Joey asked. We're being there for Yugi, Tristan said. By doing what? Joey asked. We're doing a thing with the god cards, I said. What? Joey asked. Just follow me, guys, Yami said. Third POV. In a dark temple lit by torches, a man in a cloak stands before an altar, calling upon deities of domination to use the pharaoh's force to call upon the beast and liberate the fury of 10,000 years. Abby's POV. So we got into the museum. So, this is the tablet thing you guys were talking about, Tristan said. Yep, I said. Hey, I may be stating the obvious, but those two guys look like Kaiba and Yugi. And there's Aquila, Joey said, and pointed at the tablet next to the pharaoh tablet. Yes, back then, I was the pharaoh, Yami said. And I was his right-hand lady, Aquila said. Like his queen? Joey asked. I shook my head. Not exactly, Aquila said. So Yami held the god cards in front of him. Third POV. Yami hears a voice telling him that they, the gods of Egypt, will assist him. He holds the god cards up to the stone tablet. The eye of Horus in the carving begins to glow, and the god cards emit a bright white light. The man in the temple tells the pharaoh that he has served the gods well and begins to laugh. A pendant hanging around his neck also begins to glow. Abby's POV. So after the glowing white bright light, the glass in front of the stone tablet appears to freeze. Aquila, is that supposed to happen? I asked. Yami, why did you decide to come here again? Aquila asked. Suddenly, the god cards in Yami's hand began to crackle with black energy. Yami grabs his arm, bending over in pain. Yami, are you okay? Aquila asked. No, I'm not, Aquila. I feel a dark presence draining the power of the god cards, Yami said. Then if you know that, let go of the cards, I said. Then let go of the cards, I said. I can't, Yami said. Then we hear a scream. That can't be good, I said. We ran out of the museum, and we see monsters of all kinds flying over the city, while people covered in fear. Someone's done this must have gone haywire, Tristan said, as Reaper of the cards passed behind us. It will take more than one busted Durdes to project holograms all over the city, I said. Then I suggest we go to the source at Kaiba Corp, Joey said. Right, we said, and he headed us to Kaiba Corp. Then I suggest we go to the source, Kaiba, Joey said. Right, we said, and he headed us to Kaiba Corp. First POV. At Kaiba Corp, the phones are ringing off the hook as people demand to know what's going on. Abby's POV. We walk down the sidewalk as monsters fly around us. Dude, this is crazy, I exclaim. I know, right? I hope they don't hurt anyone, Aquila said. Soon we came across Rex and Weevil. Hey, look, it's Beavis and Butthead, I said. Rex and Weevil seemed like they were on drugs. The age of destruction is here, Weevil said. Soon your souls will be offered to the great beast, Rex said. Our souls? Yami asked. I think they took some of the drugs, I said. Or they're in a state of shock, Thea said. Nah, they're on that pot, that crack, that LCD, I said, and said LCD loud. Either way, we don't have time for this, Akila said. Akila's right, we have to go. Akila's right, we have to go, Joey said. So not knowing what to do, we just left them there and ran on. Third POV. A crowd of reporters has gathered in front of Kaiba Corp, where a nervous Roland tries to hold them off, telling them that Mr. Kaiba has assured him that their company is not to blame. Abby's POV. We just got into Kaiba Corp, where we seen Roland and press people. Mr. Kaiba will be holding a press conference later, Roland said. Kaiba Corp security guards began to push the reporters away. Well, now what? I asked. We'll see the press conference, Yami said. Yeah, because there's no way we won't get past that circus to see Kaiba, Akila said. Third POV. Later at the game shop, Grandpa's carefully dusting the god cards while a news reporter on the television behind him announces the presence of a winged dragon atop the Taj Mahal. Abby's POV. So we all met Yugi at his house to see the press conference. We were in the living room. Yami, Akila, and Thea were sitting on the couch. Tristan was sitting in a chair, and me and Joey were sharing another chair. I said I could sit on the floor, but Joey, being the gentleman that he was, lifted me and placed me on his lap. And I was cool with that, since we're dating now. So anyways, the news on TV, I guess there were monsters everywhere. So anyways, the news came on TV. I guess there were monsters everywhere. Wow, there are monsters everywhere, from LA to Tokyo, I said. This isn't good, Akila said. Then the news cuts away to a press conference where Zero Kaiba will be giving a statement. Back dressed in his purple duster, Kaiba appeared before the microphones. After extensive testing of our holographic simulation systems, we've determined that the monster sightings are unrelated to Kaiba Corp. Our technology is working perfectly. Kaiba said. I'm calling bullshit, I said. Yeah, I agree with Abby. Kaiba's covering up. Who else has the technology to project holograms like that? Tristan asked. But what if the monsters aren't holograms? Akila asked. I was thinking the same thing, Akila. I believe that the force I felt in the museum triggered the emergence of those creatures, which would mean that the monsters are real. I wondered if that's what Rex and Weaver were talking about, Yami said. Well, you still haven't answered my question. Yami. What made you go to the museum? Because what happened back there wasn't supposed to happen, Akila said. But before Yami could answer, we heard a crash, and Grandpa called out. We found him on the floor of the shop, the door broken in. Yugi, they took them, Grandpa said. Took what, Grandpa? Yugi asked. Your most powerful cards, Grandpa said, and he fell out. Oh, Ra, they took the god cards, Akila said. That's not good. That's not good, I said. Joey rushed out of the shop. Don't worry, guys. I'll find them, Joey exclaimed as he rushed out of the shop. Joey, wait, I exclaimed and rushed after him. But he stopped when he seen the obelisk form over the city. Holy crap, that's obelisk, I said. Yeah, guys, you see this? You see this? Joey said. The rest of the gang ran outside, just in time to see Slifer and Ra appear on either side of obelisk. There's Ra, Akila said. And Slifer, I said. There's Ra, Akila said. And Slifer, I said. Now who will get the god cards and then summon them right in the middle of the city for everyone to see? Joey exclaimed. Unless they wanted to send a message, Akila said. Then we were blinded by a silent light. 3 figures on motorcycles had driven up. Give me my god cards back, Yugi demanded, but the 3 laughed. You have to get through us, one of the gang members said with an Australian accent. You don't scare us, Joey said. The god cards don't belong to you, Yugi said. The god cards serve a new master now, Pharaoh, another said with a deep, raspy voice. How can they know about the Pharaoh? Yugi thought. I don't know, Yugi, but I don't like this, I thought. Like it or not, we have to get those cards back, Akila thought. Akila's right. If we don't, someone might get hurt, Yami thought. The motorcyclist turned to drive away. If you want to win back your god cards, you must follow us, the gang said and drove away. Time skip, Abby's POV. Time skip, Abby's POV. So we followed the gang, with Yami again in control, to a building under construction. I don't like this. This seems sketchy as hell, I said. Where are you? Show yourself, Yami exclaimed. You should try looking up, Pharaoh, a guy said. He jumped from a crane thing to the ground. Then a bearded, robed man confronted us. I have something you desire, Pharaoh, the god cards, while you have something I desire, your soul. I'm just going to call him Greg, 'cause he looks like a Greg. What is up with everyone trying to steal souls? Like either kill them or don't like seriously. What can souls do? I said. The god cards have a power more dangerous than you can understand. Please give them back before someone gets hurt, Yami said. I'm well aware of their power, and if you want them back, you'll have to duel me, Greg said. Do you really? 'Cause if you did, you wouldn't stone them. Only certain people can wield the power, Hina said. Only certain people can wield their power, Hina said. You should listen to her. These god cards can seriously hurt someone, Yami said. Does it look like I care? Are we going to duel or not? Greg asked. All right, I accept the challenge, but don't say that I didn't warn you, Yami said, and activated his duel desk. The man also activated his, and the duel is on. Third POV. Yami draws first and plays Bera the Magnet Warrior in defense. Then he sets one card face down and ends his turn. Abby's POV. I looked above to see the 3 motorcyclists appear. So far, so good. As soon as the Pharaoh's life points reached 0, his soul is theirs. I could hear the tall blonde said. I looked at the guy with the brown hair. You okay, Abs? Akina thought. Yeah, it's that guy with the brown hair. He seems familiar, I thought. Could he be a foster brother? Akina thought. Maybe, I thought. I hope the evil guy doesn't use the god cards. Nothing can stand up to them, Thea said. Don't worry, Thea. There's a reason they call Yugi the king of games. He almost never loses, Joey said. Plus, if Brady does use a card, more than likely he gets lightning bolts to the face, like Odian did when he used the Ra, Akina said. For POV, Greg summons Meridian Captain, using its special ability to summon Shadow Tamer to the field as well. Abby's POV, then Pharaoh, the worst is yet to come. I'm about to play a card more powerful than all 3 Egyptian god cards, the Seal of Orichalcos, Greg exclaimed. Aquila, do you know what that card does? I asked. Nope, never heard of it, Aquila said. That's weird. Usually you know most of the cards, I said. Well, don't know that one, Aquila said. That's because the magic in this card existed long before the sands of ancient Egypt were formed, Greg said. Okay, so that's why, I said. As he activated the card, a circular boundary filled with magical symbols appeared on the ground around the duelist, and series of lines drew out as asymmetrical 6-pointed stars within it. We were thrown back by the seal's energy. My friends! Yami exclaimed, and when Yami tried to run to us, he couldn't pass the circular boundary. The seal of Orichalcos prevents us from leaving, and all others from entering. When the duel's over, only the victor can leave. The loser's soul remains locked inside the seal, Greg said. Greg rose his head, and the seal glowed on his forehead. Don't worry, Yami, we're fine, Aquila said. Yeah, we're okay. Just take this guy down, I said. Yami nodded his head and went back to the duel. I'm no stranger to ancient magic. See for yourself, Yami said, and the eye lit up in his forehead. Behold the power of my millennium puzzle, Yami exclaimed, and the puzzle also shines out. But the eye and the puzzle both faded quickly. What's going on? What's going on? Yami thought. Yeah, I thought that usually blacks out evil and stuff, I said. The Orichalcos existed long before your puzzle, Pharaoh. Your toy is useless, and the seal exists on my side of the field, strengthening each of my monsters, Greg said. The seal glowed in the foreheads of Meridian Captain, Morondin Captain, and Shadow Tamer, and their eyes turned red as their attack strength each increased by 500 points. Third POV. The bearded man orders Morondin Captain to attack Yami's Magnet Warrior. The Magnet Warrior is destroyed, but Yami activates his trap card Soul Rope, which allows him to summon any 4-star monster in his deck at a cost of 1,000 life points. He summons Gamma, the Magnet Warrior. You will have to do better than that, Pharaoh, Greg said, and he set one card face down. Now try again, Greg said. Yami summons Alpha, the Magnet Warrior, activating the bearded man's trap card, Hidden Soldiers. This allows him to summon Makura the Destructor. whose attack rises to 21,000 with the effect of the Seal of Orichalcos. Then Yami activates his magic card, Shallow Grave, allowing them each to bring back a monster from the graveyard. He chooses Bera, the Magnet Warrior. Now he can combine his 3 Magnet Warriors together to form Valkyrian, the Magna Warrior. Since the bearded man has no monsters in his graveyard, he can't summon a monster with Shallow Grave's effect. Abby's POV. I looked back up at the brown-haired biker. Our man had better think of something quick, or the pharaoh will kick his bum, the brown-haired said. He had an Australian accent. I don't remember any of my foster brothers having Australian accents, I thought. Are you sure? Akina thought. I'm pretty sure, Kay, and it's getting on my nerves. It's like I feel I met him before, but I don't know when or where, I thought. Don't worry, Abby. You'll figure it out, Akina thought. Thanks, Kay, I thought. Third POV. Yami orders Valkyrian to attack and destroy Morodin Captain. The bearded man's life points go down to 22,000. The gang cheered. Abby's POV. Well played move, Pharaoh. I haven't faced a challenge like this in some time, but in the end, you'll meet the same fate as all of my victims, Greg said. Don't worry, you. Valkyrian has 35,000 attack points. The only thing that can beat it is an Egyptian god card, Joe said. The bearded man grins evilly. Oh God, he hasn't, doesn't he? I said. Afraid so. I'll destroy you, Pharaoh, with your own Egyptian god. First, I use Monster Reborn to bring Morodin Captain back from the graveyard, Greg said. Dude, stop! Only certain duelists can use an Egyptian god card, Akina said. But the bearded man continues, sacrificing his 3 monsters to summon Obelisk the Tormentor. The seal appears on his forehead, and the god eyes glow red as his attack rises to 45,000. Well, I warned him, but did he listen? Nope, Akina said. Now what? I asked. We wait for the lightning to hit him in the face, Akina said. Greg laughed. The power of the Orichalcos merged the most powerful creature that ever existed with the most incredible force ever imagined, and you're trapped in the circle of doom, and soon your soul will be sealed away for all eternity, Greg said. Chapter 2. The Duel in the Circle. Greg versus Yami, Part 2. Abby's POV. The duel between Greg and Yami continues. Pharaoh, the seal of Orichalcos, surrounds us, strengthens a pet obelisk to 45,000 attack points, while your monsters are powerless against me. First you will lose your monsters, then you'll lose your soul. The card that brought you so much glory will now lead to your downfall, Greg exclaimed. Greg ordered Obelisk to attack, destroying Valkyrian and reducing Yami's life points to 2,000. It will take more than that to keep my pal down, Joe said. So, Akila, when are the lightning strikes gonna happen? I said. In a minute now, Akila said. There's not a card in your deck that can match Obelisk, Greg said. He's right. Obelisk is stronger than ever, thanks to the Orichalcos card, Yami thought. Don't worry, Obelisk will handle it, Akila thought. When? I thought. Soon. Just wait, Akila thought. The on cue we seen Greg wubbling a little. See? Told you, Abby. It's happening, Akila said. Nice, I said. Third POV. Well, the boss warned us that the Egyptian god cards and the magic of orichalcos might not mix too well, Valens said. Or maybe the Gazer's just getting too old for this, Amelda said. Raphael laughed. That's why they made him duel first, to test the pharaoh's trait, Raphael said. Yami played graceful charity, allowing him to draw 3 cards and discard 2. He then summons Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts in defense, sets 1 card face down, and ends his turn. The bearded man recovers and draws, setting 1 card face down, and then attacking with Obelisk, which destroys Gazelle. Abby's POV. Now Yugi has no monsters to protect him, Joey exclaimed. Don't worry, Joey. Yugi will be fine, I said. The age of destruction is here, Pharaoh, and the earth shall be shrouded in darkness. Your soul will fuel the force that devastates mankind, Greg said. What do you mean? Yami asked. A great beast is now awakening from its ancient slumber to complete what it began centuries ago. But before this beast can rise, it must absorb enough souls, Greg said. Hey, doesn't that sound familiar? Taya asked. Didn't Dump and Dumper say that? I asked. Yep, Joey said. Pretty much, yeah, Akila said. So I guess they weren't on those drugs, I said. Nope, Joey said. Guess not, Akila said. Who are you, and how do you know these events will happen? Yami asked. Then the three Stooks decided to talk. You're asking a lot of questions, aren't you, Pharaoh? The brown hair said. Hey, who do you think you are? Joey exclaimed. The Blondie held up 2 cards. We're soul collectors, Blondie said. The cards show Weevil and Rex, trapped within drawings of the seal of orichalcos. Are those? I said, before Akila finished me. Rex and Weevil, Akila said. They're trapping souls inside cards, just like what Pegasus did to Kaiba and Mokuba with his Millennium Eye. They're trapping souls inside cards, just like what Pegasus did to Kaiba and Mokuba with his Millennium Eye, Yami thought. But how does this guy get that kind of power? Akila thought. The sooner you make your next move, the sooner Obelisk will wipe out your life points, Greg said. Obelisk is powerful, but not unbeatable. That card belongs to me, and I'm quite familiar with its strengths and weaknesses, Yami said. Third POV. Yami played Monster Reborn to bring back Valkyria and the Magna Warrior. Abby's POV. Obelix already crushed Valkyrian once, Greg said. Say goodbye to your god card, Yami said, and ordered Valkyrian to disassemble into the 3 Magna Warriors. Next, he played the magic card Brave Attack and sent Alpha, the Magna Warrior, to attack. It slashes Obelisk and returns to Yami's side on the field. Then Yami sends Bera, the Magna Warrior, to attack. Greg laughed. Your monsters can't even scratch Obelisk, Greg said. I will look again, because I can see quite a large scratch across your monster, Yami said. How? How did you do that? My Obelisk was stronger than your monsters, Greg said. Because Brave Attack allows my monsters to combine their attacks, adding their attack strengths together, Yami said. Oh, so Alpha's got 14,000 attack points and Beta has 17,000, Joey said before I finished him. For a total of 31,000 attack points so far, I said. Obelix has 45,000 attack points, so I need 15,000 more to beat you, and that's exactly what Gamma has, Yami said. Gamma finishes the attack, and Obelix is destroyed, bringing Greg's life points down to 21,000. We cheered. The Pharaoh just got lucky, the brown hair said. The Pharaoh will need more than luck to break the seal of Orichalcos, Blondie said. I don't need Obelix to beat you, Greg said. He plays Card of Sanctity, allowing each of them to draw until they have 6 cards. Well, now at least they're even, Thea said. Not really, Thea, I said. Abby's right, Thea. The other guy still has his magic circle on the field, giving his monsters an instant power boost, Joey said. Yami summoned Watapon. It's still my turn, Greg said. Watapon's effect allows it to be summoned to the field as soon as I draw it, Yami said. Either way, that card is useless anyway, Greg said, and he summons Warrior Digrapher, which is powered up to 22,000 by the Seal of Orichalcos. Yami activates his trap card, Dark Renewal, which allows him to sacrifice one of his opponent's monsters along with one of his own to summon a spellcaster from his graveyard. He sacrifices Warrior Digrapher and Watapon to summon the Dark Magician. But I never sent Dark Magician to the graveyard, Greg said. But I did when I played Graceful's Charity. Now you have no monsters to protect you, Yami said. Greg sets one card face down. It's all I'll need, Greg said. It's Yami's turn, and he attacks with Dark Magician. The bearded man activates his set magic card, Shield Wall, which creates 4 monsters to protect him. Only one of the defensive monsters is destroyed by Dark Magician, and the man's life points are saved. Then he activates another set magic card, Bronze Knight, discarding 3 cards from his hand to summon 3 Bronze Knights on the free bronze mine. Oof, please forgive me. Then he activates another set magic card, Bronze Knight, discarding 3 cards from his hand to summon 3 Bronze Knights to the field. Hold on, you got 6 monsters, Yami said. Dude, that's cheating, I said. Yeah, it clearly states in page 3 of the rulebook that only 5 monsters per duelist can be in play, Joey exclaimed. Then you should get a new rulebook. The Seal of Orichalcos doubled the number of monsters a duelist is allowed, Blondie said. Also, you can't attack my back row of monsters without first going through the front row. Also, each of my monsters gains an extra 500 attack points, rising the Blade Knights each to 1,000. Your lone Dark Magician is nothing compared to my army of monsters, Greg exclaimed. It's my move, Yami said, and sets 2 cards face down and summons Queen's Knight in defense. Greg begins to draw. I'm not finished, Yami said, and activates his trap card, Dust Tornado. So that seal thing should be gone, right? I asked. It should, Akina said. All right, goodbye, seal of whatever, Joe exclaimed. When the dust clears, the seal is still on the field. The seal of Orichalcos is too powerful to be destroyed by a measly trap card, Blondie said. Well, that's good to know, I said. Now what? Joey asked. Greg then placed the magic card, the warrior returning alive, to bring back Warrior Digrapher from the graveyard. Once again, Warrior Digrapher's attack strength is raised to 22,000 by the Seal of Orichalcos. Not only that, Greg played Allied Forces, which raises Warrior Digrapher's attack, by another 800 points to 3,000, as well as raising the Bronze Knight's attacks to 18,000. Greg uses his powered-up Warrior Digrapher to destroy Yami's Dark Magician, reducing Yami's life points to 15,000. Then he attacks Queen's Knight with one of the Bronze Knights, but Yami activates his set magic card, Magical Academy, allowing Queen's Knight to escape the attack and replacing her with Dark Magician Girl. Now it's over, Yami said. First, Dark Magician Girl's attack is raised 300 points to 28,000 due to the Dark Magician in his graveyard. A few extra points won't help against my warriors, Greg said. Yami placed Diffusion Wave Motion, paying 1,000 life points to allow his Dark Magician Girl to attack each one of the Bearded Man's monsters. First, she slices through the Shield Wall monsters, then the 3 Bronze Knights, and finally, Warrior Digrapher. The more monsters you have, the more life points you lose, Yami exclaimed. And he's done, I said. Greg loses the duel. Yami fell to his knees exhausted. You okay, Yami? Akila asked. Of course, Akila. He won, Joe exclaimed. Return the card cards, Yami exclaimed. No way, the card cards are ours, Greg exclaimed. He threw Obelisk up to Raphael as the Seal of Orichalcos shrinks around him, forming a column of light that reaches up to a vortex in the sky, sucking out his soul. As the seal disappears, he falls senseless to the ground. Well, damn, I said. Oh well, it was the man's own fault, Raphael said. Well, it kind of was, I said. Yeah, he didn't have to play the card, Akila said. The free turn to go. Stop! Return the Egyptian card cards, Yami demanded. You have to beat all 3 of us to win the cards back. But just for being such a good sport, I'll release your friend's souls, Raphael said. Raphael freed the souls of Weevil and Rex and tosses their soul cards down to Yami, who watched as the images of the 2 duelists on the cards disappear. Hey, get down here so I can kick your asses, Joe exclaimed. Joey, calm down. They're not worth it, I said. The brown-haired guy laughs. That one reminds me of myself, only dumber and not as attractive. Toying with that guy is going to be fun, the guy said. The free turn to live. The free turn to live. Hey, wait, brown-haired guy, what's your name? I asked. He turned around and smiled. It's Valen, he said, and left with the others. Valen? That name sounds familiar, I thought. Yami went over to Greg, who was still lying unconscious on the ground. Be careful, Yugi, Taya said. Taya, I don't think he's going to do anything, since, he's kind of dead, Akila said. Yami picked up the Seal of Orichalcos card and sees the man's image on it. It's true, the man's soul has been trapped in the card. But where does this power come from? Yami asked. Yami, look at this, Akila said. She picked up a glowing crystal. That dude was wearing it around its neck, and I'm getting a bad feeling from this, Akina said. Time skip, Abby's POV. So it was the next day, and we collected Rex and Weevil on the street. Hey, put us down, Weevil exclaimed. Yeah, I don't want to use my karate on you two, Rex said. Yeah, they weren't very happy about being held in the air by Tristan and Joey. Hey, Tristan, you know what I'm thinking? Joey asked. We drop-kicked their ass, Tristan asked. Okay, guys, chill out. We need them to talk to us, I said. Abby's right. We have to find out what happened. So, what did you do yesterday? Yugi asked. Well, first I went to the bathroom, Rex said. After that dumb ass, Akina said. Oh, okay. Well, we were forced to do it by this breeded man. The man squashed Weevil like a cockroach, Rex said, and Weevil popped him one on the head. Rex held me back, but the guy played some weird card called the Seal of something, Weevil said. The Seal of Orichalcos? Akina asked. That's right, Weevil said. Did the guy mention anything about a plan to steal the free Egyptian god cards? Yugi asked. No, why? Rex asked. Are the god cards gone? Weevil asked. The god cards were stolen, Yugi said. Don't worry, you. We'll win them back 1, 2, 3, Joey said, and we head off. Hey, you guys let us know if you see 3 suspicious-looking biker punks, I said. Oh, of course, Abby, Rex said. Don't worry your pretty little head, Weevil said. I gave them the look and went with the gang. For POV. So as soon as Abby was out of earshot, they chuckled evilly, saying that the free god cards are up for grabs. Soon they'll be all mine, they each say. Abby's POV. So we're walking down the street. Okay, so first things got freaky at the museum. Then monsters started appearing around the wall. And now a gang of bikers is stealing people's souls with the Duel Monsters card, Tristan exclaimed. Yeah, pretty much, I said. I think all these things have something to do with one another, Taya said. I wonder why all this weird stuff always happens to us, Joe exclaimed. I seen Yugi walked along with the sad, worried look on his little face. I hit Joey on the arm. What? It's true, Joey said. Oh, Yugi! A voice exclaimed. We seen a blonde girl with half glasses running madly towards him. She flung herself onto him. Hey you, he said confusedly. So, Yugi, where did you meet this girl? I asked. I don't know her, Yugi said quietly. Oh no, you haven't forgotten about me, have you, Yugi? Here, this should jog your memory, the girl said, and showed him a card. It was the Ties of Friendship card. Hey, didn't Yugi give that card to... Akina said. Oh no, I said. Rebecca Hawkins, Yugi said. Is that Brad? But you look different. Did you get a haircut? Joey asked. Well, she grew out her hair, Akina said. And she traded her teddy bear for glasses, Tristan said. I don't need a teddy bear to protect me because I have a boyfriend, Yugi, Rebecca exclaimed. Yugi got all discombobulated as she clutched his arm. Well, Yugi, you sure picked a keeper, I said. It's another weird event to add to the list, Joe exclaimed. We'd better stay out of it, Tristan said. Yeah, I said. They assumed as Rebecca held tight to Yugi's arm. My grandpa wants to see you, Yugi, Rebecca said. Professor Hawkins wants to see me? Yugi asked. Yeah, let's go, Rebecca said. Time skip. So we joined Professor Hawkins and Yugi's grandpa, who were at the Domino Museum, Egypt, exhibit, standing in front of the stone tablet. Ah, Yugi, you're just the person I needed to see. I have a theory that all of these monster sightings have something to do with you, Yugi, Professor Hawkins exclaimed. Third POV. Meanwhile, the three motorcyclists are now in a plane streaking across the ocean towards a conical fortress built atop a small island. Home sweet home, Venom said as they hid in for a landing. Wait until we tell the boss we found the pharaoh, Raphael exclaimed. Chapter 3. How to Train Your Dragon. Third POV. A ramp opens in the rear of the float plane, and the three motorcyclists ride out, landing on the island and driving up the stairway to the fortress. Abby's POV. We were at the Domino Museum with Professor Hawkins. Yugi, I learned that these carvings confirm what I've suspected all along, that you share a bond with the 5,000-year-old pharaoh, Professor Hawkins exclaimed. Really? You don't say, I asked sarcastically. Akila looked at me, then back at the professor. What else have you learned, Professor Hawkins? Akila asked. I spent the later part of my career studying dual monsters and learned that it started as more than a game. Egyptian sorcerers discovered a way to seal real monsters away in stone tablets. As more monsters were collected, the sorcerer's powers grew stronger until the shadow magic spun out of control and threatened to destroy all life on Earth. But one man was able to turn the darkness to light, the Great Pharaoh, whose power Yugi carries, Professor Hawkins said. But how does this explain what's happening now? Have these monsters come back? Yugi asked. They have, but there's more to it. Have you seven ever heard of the lost city of Atlantis? The professor asked. I heard about it. Wasn't it that city that sank into the water? I asked. That's the basic story of it, the professor said. How do you know that? Joey asked. I heard about it. One of my foster's dads was a real history nut. He will talk about everything, including Atlantis, I said. Nerd, Tristan and Joey exclaimed. Yeah, I deserve that, I said. I may have discovered Atlantis, a world that existed long before ancient Egypt. But what puzzled me most were the carvings I saw there, the professor said. He showed us photos of the carvings. Ah, this brings me back, Akina said. They look like dual monsters, Yugi said. These monsters didn't originate 5,000 years ago in Egypt, but 10,000 years ago in Atlantis, the professor said. Arthur, your discovery could completely rewrite history, Grandpa exclaimed. There's still quite a bit I don't know, Professor Hawkins said. Yugi was looking through the photos and pointed out one. This looks like the monsters are attacking the city, Yugi said. But Yugi, look, only some of the monsters are destroying the city, Professor Hawkins said. Could that mean that some of the monsters are good? Yugi asked. I'm not sure, but there is a parallel world of monsters that exists alongside our world, and throughout history, certain people have been able to release these monsters. Some of them have helped mankind, while others have tried to destroy it, Professor said. Tristan laughed. Give me a break, Professor, Tristan said. Rebecca hit him in the knee. What was that for? Tristan asked, gripping his knee. Anyone who messes with my grandfather messes with me, and you better keep your comments to yourself, Rebecca exclaimed. Now, Rebecca, I'm no stranger to ridicule. I could understand that it's a bit far-fetched, the professor said. But it's true, Rebecca said. I believe you, Professor. After all the weird things we've been through, I'll believe anything. Remember the shadow game with Mary? Those monster attacks felt pretty real. And don't forget that Mai and Bakura were both sent to the Shadow Realm in duels. There's plenty of stuff out there that can't be explained, Joey said. Like the pharaoh living in my puzzle, Yugi said. And how Aquila is here, I said. So you have a connection with the pharaoh? The professor asked. Oh yeah, we haven't technically met, since you saw me as Abby the first time. Hello, my name's Aquila, Aquila said. You came from the necklace? Hawkins asked. Yep, Aquila said. And you have all your memories? Professor Hawkins asked. Basically, some things are a little bit fuzzy, but I remember most things, Aquila said. So who were you 5,000 years ago? Hawkins asked. Yeah, Kay, who were you back then? I asked. She never told you? Hawkins asked. You see, that reason why I never told you guys was that 1, it never really came up. 2, every time I tried to, things got complicated. And 3, we had other things to worry about, Aquila said. Well, now's your chance, Aquila. Who were you? Hawkins asked. Aquila took a breath. My name's Aquila, and 5,000 years ago, I was a knight, Aquila said. All of our eyes went wide. You were a knight? You were a knight? I said. I couldn't believe it. Technically, I was the pharaoh's knight, Aquila said. What the? I said. I was speechless. I'll explain later, I promise, Aquila said. You better, I said. Professor Hawkins, please continue, Aquila said. The professor nodded his head. Our hypothesis suggests that the supernatural phenomena we experience may find its root in Atlantis, Rebecca said. Those are pretty big words coming from such a little kid, Tristan said. I'm not a little kid. I'm a college student, Rebecca exclaimed. What? We all exclaimed. My granddaughter is quite gifted, Professor said. I'm just your average child genius. Genius, Rebecca said and spelled genius. I wonder if she can spell obnoxious, Joey mumbled. At least I know how to spell dummy, Rebecca said. Rebecca, that's not the behavior of a college student, is it? Professor asked. No, sorry, Grandpa, Rebecca said. Continuing on from what I was saying, Egyptian sorcerers conjured these monsters 5,000 years ago. The pharaoh was there to save mankind from destruction. Now that pharaoh has been reborn in you, Yugi, which could mean that mankind needs his help again, Professor said. Now that pharaoh has been reborn in you, Yugi, which could mean that mankind needs his help again, Professor said. I seen Aquila look sad for a brief minute. You okay, Kay? I thought. Yeah, I just had a flashback when Yami, Aquila thought sadly. You want to talk about it later? I thought. I'm fine, but thanks, Abby. Akina thought. You sure? I asked. I'm sure, Akina thought. I nodded my head. But I have no idea what to do. Should we try to get all the monsters to go back to their own world? Or focus on finding out what that weird motorcycle gang is up to? Yugi asked. Sadly, this is where my information stops. I have no clue what could happen next, Professor Huggins said. Wait, I might have a clue, Yugi said, and pulled out the crystal that Greg was wearing. Professor, have you ever seen anything like this? Yugi asked. This stone is incredibly like something I discovered on my expedition. Do you mind if I take it back to my lab? The professor asked. No, of course not, Yugi said. Time skip, Abby's POV. We walked outside the museum. Alright, so I'm going to take Arthur and Rebecca to the airport, Grandpa said. Rebecca gave Yugi a goodbye kiss. Goodbye, cutie, Rebecca said, and Yugi turned beet red. Aw, my little panda bear is growing up, I exclaimed and hugged him. No, I'm not, Yugi started and still is red. Yeah, he isn't, Taya said as she fumed. Okay then, way to kill the moment, Taya, I said. There was no moment, Taya exclaimed. Then everything got awkward quiet as Rebecca and her grandfather get in a taxi with Grandpa and drove away. Just when I thought things were getting back to normal, they went and got 10 times weirder, Yugi thought. Yami appeared in spirit form. This time the situation seems more treacherous than ever. Yami said, well, whatever happens, we'll be there for you guys. Always. Akila thought. That's right, I thought. Yugi's POV. As the pharaoh faded away, I heard a voice. Help! The voice called, and it sounded like Akila's voice. Hey guys, did you hear a voice? I asked. No, why? Abby asked. Because I thought I heard a voice just now, I said. Yugi, there's no one else here except for us, and we didn't say anything, Akina said. Joey yawned. Look, it's been an exhausting day. We just go home and get some rest, Joey said. Me, Joey, and Tristan headed off. Easy for you to say. After that story, it's going to be nightmare central for me, Tia exclaimed. Tia, trust me. I've seen scarier videos on YouTube than that story, I said as we headed home. Akila's POV. I was going to walk home with the others when I still saw Yugi standing there. You okay, Yugi? I asked. Akila, did you say something about getting help? Getting help? Yugi asked. No, I didn't talk. Why? I asked. Akila, the voice I heard sounded familiar to your voice, Yugi said. That's weird. Let's go home and figure this out tomorrow, I said. Okay, Yugi said, and we went home together. Yugi's POV, time skip. I was lying in my bed wide awake. I was thinking about what the professor told me. Can't sleep, huh? The pharaoh thought as he appeared at my bedside. No, I was thinking about what the professor told me, I said. If what the professor says is true, this could be our toughest fight yet, Pharaoh said. For POV, deep within the Iceland fortress, surrounded by stone serpents lit by the glow of torches, the three motorcyclists reported their master. Raphael explained that they found the pharaoh and his knight, but weren't able to capture his soul. The robed man says he didn't expect them to defeat him this soon. As for his knight, the time will come soon enough. Raphael presents him with a box containing the Egyptian god cards, which he accepts eagerly. He says he's been waiting an eternity to hold their power in his hands. Finally, he possesses the force necessary to awaken the great beast. Placing the free god cards within the mouths of free stone serpents, the robed man says that soon they'll rid the earth of mankind and rebuild civilization as it was. The robed man calls out to the serpents of Orichalcos to accept the offering of the gods of Egypt and use them to unlock the sacred chamber of the great beast. The god cards begin to glow, and lightning crackles from them up through the chamber and into the sky. Time skip, third POV. Yugi twists restlessly in bed. "Help, Pharaoh!" the voice called out. The Millennium Puzzle activated, and Yugi found himself within his chambers in his pajamas. He finds Yami there. "Someone needs their help," Yami said. "Help, Pharaoh! Help, Pharaoh!" the voice said again. "She needs our help," Yugi said. "Let's split up and find her," Yami said. They split up to search, but can't find anyone in the labyrinth passageways of the puzzle. How can they find anyone in this place?" Yugi asked. Then Kuribo appeared at the top of the stairs. "What's Kuribo doing here?" Yami asked. "It looks like he wants us to follow him," Yugi said. "Let's go," Yami said. Yami and Yugi ran after him until he disappears through the keyhole of a door. Yami opened the door to find a huge wide room. "We've never seen this room before," Yugi exclaimed. "My Pharaoh, follow the sound of my voice," the voice said. They see a shadow run past some columns. They followed the voice until they suddenly fall into a vortex, finally coming to rest in the sky above a castle. "Where are we?" Yugi asked. "I don't know," Yami said. In the distance, they see a huge eye surrounded by darkness, into which monsters are being absorbed. Yugi and Yami fly into the castle, where they float above 3 huge crystal dragons in the center of a great hall. "I'm so glad you found this place," the voice said. They turn around to see Ice Princess. They descend to the floor. "Ice Princess?" Yugi asked. "The one and only," Ice Princess said. "Why did you ask for help?" Yami asked. "Because both of our worlds are in danger. Didn't you see all the monsters in your wall?" Ice Princess asked. "So Professor Hawkins was right," Yugi exclaimed. Ice Princess nodded her head. "Long as mankind has walked the earth, the dominion of the beast has existed beside the human world. Although our worlds are separate, they depend on one another in order to survive. But now something is threatening their survival. A getaway has been opened between us, and the great beast will swallow us all," Ice Princess exclaimed. "Where does it live?" Yugi asked. "It lives above the sky, feasting on the life force of monsters and humans as it did in the past. If this continues, we'll be gone forever. You guys are our only hope," Ice Princess said. "We'll help," the voice said. "We'll help," the boy said. "How can we stop this giant monster?" Yami asked. Ice Princess flew above them. "These dragons are the protectors of the monster's world. They defeated the great beast 10,000 years ago, but now they're frozen in time," Ice Princess said. Yugi and Yami float up to join her. The legend states that 3 brave warriors will awaken these dragons when they're needed again, and I believe that you, Pharaoh, are one of these warriors, Ice Princess said. What if you're wrong? Yami asked. I'm not. You saved the world 5,000 years ago, and we believe you can do this again, Ice Princess said. What do we do? Yugi asked. Well, if I'm correct, you'll be able to remove the sword sticking out of the frozen dragon's eye, Ice Princess said. Yami and Yugi grabbed the hilt of the sword together and pull. Light begins to glow from the eyes, and suddenly the sword comes free, falling to the floor far below. Then the ice begins to crack, and a mighty blue dragon is revealed. So now what? Yami asked. Well, now all you need to do is to join forces with Timaeus. Just call out the dragon's name, and like that you'll be linked together, Ice Princess said. They call out Timaeus, and the dragon roars, sending out waves of power to Yugi and Yami. Time skip, third POV. Yugi woke up in his bed. Is it morning already? Yugi asked, but the light he sees through this window isn't the sun. That isn't the sun, Yugi said. He quickly gets dressed and runs outside, where his grandpa is standing at the edge of the sidewalk. Grandpa, what's going on? Yugi asked. The monsters seem to be trapped in that light, Grandpa said, and Yugi runs away towards it. No, it's happening, Yugi exclaimed. What's happening? Grandpa exclaimed. Abby's POV. We were standing with Joey, Tristan, and Taya. So what do you think that is? I asked. I have no idea, Abs. I have a bad feeling about this, Joey said. Look, there's Yugi, Akina said. She pointed to where Yugi was running up. Crystals of ice are forming as monsters are absorbed into it. Suddenly, the crystals shatter and fall, and the glowing eye is revealed. Is that an eye? I asked. This is bad, Akina said. Third POV. In his fortress, the rogue man laughs, telling his great Leviathan that it's time to show the Pharaoh what true power is all about. Abby's POV. A huge blast of energy hurtles from the eye towards Yugi. Is that blast coming towards us? I asked. Joey grabbed my hand. Run! Joey exclaimed. We all ran except for Yugi. He stood at the center of the maelstrom. Yugi, get out of there! I exclaimed. Third POV. Yugi's tortoise glows, and he pulled out the card of Timaeus, which he held up, summoning the dragon. Timaeus appeared over the city and attacks the eye with a great flame. The eye cracks into pieces, and the rogue man reels from the attack. As pieces of the shattered eye fall, Timaeus returns to the card in a flash of lightning. Ice Princess appeared to Yugi. Ice Princess, Yugi said. You guys did it. For the time being anyways. The great beast is still weak, so he retreated for the moment. But many monsters remain imprisoned on the other side. The great beast will return again, and his power will grow. He must be stopped before he is fully restored, Ice Princess said. She dissolved in a sparkle of light blue light. Yami appeared beside Yugi. Timaeus is strong, but not strong enough, Yugi said. Yes, we must release the other 2 dragons, Yami said. Chapter 4. We're going to San Francisco. Just wait a minute. Yes, it's okay. I just wanted to check. Abby's POV. We were gathered in Yugi's room, intently watching the news on Yugi's laptop. I wonder if these events are related to the recent monster sightings. They're all over the world. I wonder why, the reporter said. It seems that what happened there in Domino last night happened all over, Tia said. Joey picked up the Timaeus car. With this, Yugi was able to kick that thing's butt, Joey said. Until it comes back again and kicks some ass again, I said. Tristan took the card and looked at the card fruitfully. I don't understand how a Duel Monsters card was able to do all that, Tristan said. Joey snatched it back. A real duelist can tell the card is special and must be handled with care, Joey said. Joey, give it back to Yugi before you guys play fight and break it, I said and grabbed the card. I gave it to Yugi. He took the card back. Thanks, Abby. There's no telling what else the card can do, Yugi said. Yami appeared next to Yugi. The card contains the spirit of an Asian dragon, and although it protected us, it could be dangerous. Yami thought. We should do something, Taya said. Like what? I asked. I don't know. Don't even know where to start, Joey said. We could start with the monster sightings, or the giant eye that tried to blast us, or that motorcycle gang that goes around stealing people's souls, Tristan said. Or we could start with Yugi's car, Akina said. Akina's right, Yami thought. Joey grabbed the card from Yugi again and shook it. If we can get that dragon to come out, it can give us a clue, Joey said. Tristan bopped Joey on the head. What happened about handling the card with care? Tristan exclaimed. Why you? Joey said. The two were about to get into it when Grandpa came in with a box. Should I come back later? Why you? Joey said. The two were about to get into it when Grandpa came in with a box. Should I come back later? Grandpa asked, and Tristan and Joey quickly let go of each other's shirts. Sorry, they said. What's in the box? I asked. It's a package for Yugi, Grandpa said. Yugi looked startled. Who's it from? Akina asked. It's from Pegasus, Yugi said. Pegasus? We exclaimed. Oh, hell no, I exclaimed. The package contains a videotape and the Duel Monsters card. We can toss it, Tristan said. We have to open it, I said. I don't know, Abs. I'm with Tristan. This is how Pegasus stole Grandpa's soul, Joey said. Third POV. Flashbacks show how Pegasus took Yugi into the Shadow Realm in his Millennium Eye, stealing Grandpa's soul to force Yugi to duel him. Abby's POV. Can't we just tape over this new tape with some Saturday morning cartoons? Joey asked. Dude, relax. Pegasus no longer has the Millennium Eye, remember? I said. Well, she has a point. The last time we saw him, he was a little less creepy. Tristan said. What should we do? Yugi thought. We should listen to what Pegasus has to say. After all, he did invent Duel Monsters. Maybe he has something to do with what's been going on. Yami thought. I got this, Akina thought. Akina took the tape. Akina, be careful, Joey said. Yeah, we don't want your soul taken, Tristan said. Don't worry, I got this, Akina thought. Akina took a breath. YOLO, bitches, Akina exclaimed and put it in the VCR. Joey grabbed me tight on the couch. Pegasus appeared on the screen. Yugi boy, it's been so long since I've heard from you. After all we've been through together, you could at least send an email. Pegasus exclaimed. He's starting to say like a level 5 Granger, I said. Anyways, if you haven't already noticed, these two monsters running among all over the wall. Luckily for me, Kaiba's been taking most of the hit for it, but I know who's really behind it, Pegasus said. See guys, I told you we should watch the tape, Joey said. Then can you loosen your grip on me? I asked. Joey noticed that he was holding me tight. Sorry, Abs, Joey said, and loosened his grip. You must stop them. They're ruining the reputation of my game. But it's too risky to leave any information on the tape, so you'll have to come see me in person. At last but not least, I've enclosed a one-of-a-kind card, and you mustn't lose it. Do you understand? Pegasus exclaimed. Okay, I won't lose it, Yugi said. It's the only way to enter his compound, and they mustn't take it, Pegasus said. The tape ends. There's no way we can trust that guy, Joey said. I don't know, Joey. He seems pretty desperate. I mean, he even looks scared, I said. We should go, Akina thought. Akina's right. Pegasus might be our only hope, Yami thought. I know, Yugi thought. All right, I'm going, Yugi thought. In that case, I'll be right there by your side, Joey said. Me too, Thea said. Count me in, Tristan said. Us too, me and Akina said. Thanks, guys, Yugi said. That's what friends are for, to help fight the bad guys who want to take over the world, Joe exclaimed. Yeah, something like that, Yugi said. Third POV. Unseen by the gang, a ladybug sits on the window, its antenna blinking. It's actually a listening device operated by Weevil and Rex, who are stationed outside the game shop, eavesdropping on Yugi and the gang. Rex wonders why Pegasus needs those losers. He should have given the tape to him. Weevil says that just because they weren't invited to the party doesn't mean they can't show up. They'll get to see where all the cards are made. Rex fantasizes about Pegasus offering the gang huge piles of rare cards and says all those cards should belong to him. Weevil agrees, saying their dueling decks. Weevil agrees, saying their dueling decks will be unstoppable. They just have to get to Pegasus before the gang. But how? Weevil has a plan. Weevil agrees, saying that their dueling decks will be unstoppable. They just have to get to Pegasus before the gang. But how? Weevil has a plan. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the sea, the giant eye lies, crackling with electricity. Third POV, on the Iceland fortress. Don't worry, Leviathan. Our time will come. By the might of the Egyptian gods, the beast has been reborn, and once it has been replenished with enough souls, no one will stop us. That little kid summoned Timaeus to temporarily defeat my beast, but it's only a minor setback. Come here, Raphael, Dart said. Raphael knelt. I know what to do, Master. I'll find the Pharaoh, and this time I'll drain the Pharaoh's power to feed the great beast, Raphael said. You idiot! We need more than just the Pharaoh's soul, Dart said. The other two motorcyclists joined Raphael. We'll deal with the others too. I'll take Kaiba, Alistair said. I got my eyes on Joey Wheeler and Abby, Venom said. You're going after your sister? Low, man, Alistair said. We don't know right away that she's my sister. Valen said, I don't know, man. From that photo that you keep carrying around, she looks like that little girl. Alyssa said. Valen took out the picture that he carried around since he was little. On the picture, it showed him, his father, his mother, and the little girl. She had brown hair and brown eyes, same as Abby. Also, she has high cheekbones like Abby. Maybe she's my sister. Maybe she's my sister, Valen thought. If you baboons are finished, the Pharaoh and his friends are on their way to speak with the one we've been watching, Dart said. Pegasus? Pegasus? Raphael asked. Yes, and you'd better reach him before Yuki does. I order you to go see Pegasus at once, Dart said. Yes, Master Dart, they said. In a tall skyscraper. The moon glows on a tall skyscraper. Inside, Pegasus sits at his desk, saying he can't believe the monsters that made him famous are now terrorizing people around the world. Inside, Pegasus sits at his desk, saying he can't believe the monsters he made famous are now terrorizing people around the world. He hears a woman's voice at the window, asking him if he always talks to himself like that. He turns to see Mai standing there and asks her how she got past his security. As the scene changes, Pegasus is heard to scream, "No!" at Thea's house. Thea's packing for their trip, thinking that she needs to go shopping one of these days. At Tristan's house, meanwhile, Tristan shouts in frustration at his full suitcase, finally deciding to leave his yo-yo home. At Joey's house, Joey is on the phone with Serenity, telling her that they fly out tomorrow to somewhere in California. He made sure to pack plenty of sunscreen. Abby's POV. Me and Akila were packing our things to go to California. Got everything, Abs? Akila asked. I think so. So you want to talk about your nightness? I asked. About what? Akila asked. How about we start with why? I asked. Because I wanted to protect people that couldn't protect themselves, Akila said. But why being Yami's knight? I asked. Because at the time he was the only one that cared about his people. And if something bad happened to him, the people of Egypt would be screwed, Akila said. I nodded my head. I understand. You wanted to protect people. That explains a lot, how you always want to protect people, even if that means putting yourself in danger. I said. Yeah, Akila said. I went to go get the mail. I seen one that was addressed to me. It was from my first foster family. What? Why did they send me anything? I thought. Why did they send me anything? I thought. I opened it and it read, Dear Abby, when me and the family were cleaning up, we found something that belonged to you. Sorry it took us this long to give it to you. We kept on losing it. Love, Berta. Attached to the letter was a picture. It looked like a family picture. It was me, my dad, my mom, and the little boy. I gasped. He looks like... I thought. You okay, Abby? Akila asked. I handed her the picture. A picture? I never seen this one, Akila said. Neither did I till now, I said. Where did you find it? Akila asked. Berta sent it to me in the mail. Akila, it's me and my family, I said. But you don't have a brother, and I see a little boy with you. Who is he? Akila asked. I don't know, but it looks like Valen, I said. Biker jerk Valen? The same guy who's stealing people's souls? Akina asked. Yeah, I said. I looked down. Akina sighed and hugged me. You'll be okay, Abs. At least you know that you might have a brother, Akina said. At what cost, Kay? Because now I'm going to lose the family member I have left because of some Circle Gang member thing, I said. Abby, you don't know that for sure, Akina said. What, the fact that he could be my brother or that his soul could be taken? I asked. Both, Akina said. I sighed. I'm going to bed, I said, and left to go to bed. Night, I heard Akina said. For POV. Yogi is just finishing his packing when he notices the card that Pegasus sent him still lying on his desk. He picked it up. This one thing I don't want to forget, Yogi thought. Pegasus said it was one of a kind. Hey Pharaoh, have you seen it before? Yogi asked. Distracted, Yami doesn't hear him. Hello, Earth to Pharaoh, Yogi said. That's when Yami snapped out of his spots. Did you say something? Yami asked. Are you okay? You seem to be thinking of something, Yogi asked. I'm fine, Yami said. No, you see, there's only one person that could pull the fine card, and that's Akila. I know you're worried about something, Pharaoh, so spill it, Yogi said. Yami sighed. I guess I can't hide anything from you, Yami said and took a breath. We know so little about this new enemy, Yami said. If I knew more about my own past, I could be more helpful, Yami thought. I heard that. I know your thoughts because our spirits are bonded together. Don't worry, I'm worried too. The future of the entire world is depending on us. What if we mess up? Yugi asked. We won't, Yami said. Yugi nodded his head. We should get some rest. Our new adventure starts tomorrow, Yugi said. He turned off the light, leaving Yami staring out at the skylight at the full moon. Akila's POV. I popped in my spirit form to see Yami staring at the moon through Yugi's skylight. I walked next to him. Hey, I thought. Hello, Akila, Yami thought. You okay? I thought. Not really. I'm just worried, Yami thought. Yeah, I can tell, I thought. So what brought you here, Akila? Yami thought. I thought you want to talk about me being a knight, or why you're worried, or whatever, I thought. Why did you hide that from us? Yami thought. Well, it's kind of like I said at the museum. It never really came up, and we had other stuff to worry about, with Merrick and Noah and then Melvin, and then with the fate of World on us. I guess I haven't found the right time until now, I thought. What made you become a knight? Yami thought. Well, I wanted to protect people. When I was little, I saw people in need of help, and nobody bothered to help them. I wanted to be that person that cared and helped, I thought. Then why be my knight? Yami thought. Because, Yami, you had a legacy, a destiny. You were and still are everything. And I was nothing. I wanted and still do this for you. I wanted to give you my service. I wanted to protect you no matter what, I thought. But Akila, if you were protecting me, who was protecting you? Yami thought. I laughed. That's exactly what you said when we were little. That's exactly what you say when we were little, I thought. And what did you say? Yami thought. I didn't say anything, but you said someday soon we may be fighting some really bad guys. And when that day comes, I want to fight with you together. I thought. I looked at Yummy. Yummy, I gotta go. See you tomorrow, okay? I thought. Good night, Akila. Yummy thought. Night, Yummy. I thought. I vanished and went back in my body. I went to bed and got ready for the next day. Time skip, Abby's POV. We all were gathered at the airport. See you later, Grandpa, Yugi said. You guys be safe, okay? Stick together and don't talk to strangers, Grandpa said. Don't worry, Grandpa, we got this, I said. We all waved goodbye and headed to our flight. For POV, as the gang was headed for their flight, Weevil and Rex watched them giggling, then take off down another hallway. Abby's POV. We stared out the window at the huge private jet Pegasus sent for us. I can't believe we're flying in a private jet, I said. Yeah, that was pretty cool of Pegasus to do that, Tristan said. It's not a big deal. I have a whole fleet of them someday, Joey said. I wonder why Pegasus decided to fly Yugi out to see him, Akina said. It might be because he needs someone to help him duel against whoever's causing this mess, Yugi said. It's a good thing I'm here, Joe exclaimed. 3 suits arrived. It's one of you kids, Yugi Muro? One of the suits asked. I am, Yugi said. All right, then follow me. You two bring the luggage. The blonde guy said to the other suits. We entered the jet. Wow, this jet looks awesome, I exclaimed. I feel like a rock star, Taya said. I bet they serve great food too, Tristan exclaimed. Joey leapt into a seat. Hey, Abs, you should check this out, Joey said. I giggled. Sure, Joey, I said. For POV. Meanwhile, the 2 flunkies are loading the kids' luggage, but one huge bag is awfully heavy. One flunky can't pick it up by himself and calls the other to help, but he can't pick it up either. He manages to load it on the other's back and he dumps it in the baggage hole, giving it a strange look when it seems to call out in protest when it's dropped to the floor. The jet takes off. The large bag in the baggage hold flips over, and inside it, Weevil tells Rex that everything's going as planned, despite having Rex's feet on his head. But Rex says Weevil didn't think of everything. He has to go to the bathroom. Weevil just tells him to hold it. A hostess serves lunch to the gang, while Rex and Weevil freeze, stuffed uncomfortably in their bag. Later, the gang stretch out to sleep in their reclining seats, while Rex and Weevil complain of ice particles forming in their underwear. Akila's POV. I woke up to see that the sun barely rising. I looked around to see that the others were asleep still. I sighed. Well, now what? I can't go back to sleep, I thought. I looked at the window. Maybe Yummy's up in the puzzle. Hey, Yummy, you up? I thought. Akila? Yeah, what's up? Yummy thought. Well, I woke up and I can't get back to sleep. I wonder if you want to talk till at least Abby gets up, I thought. All right, what do you want to talk about? Yummy thought. I took a breath. I'm worried about these biker soul suckers. I mean, these guys are dangerous. Unlike Pegasus and Mary, they're actually going around stealing people's souls all over the world. I'm just worried that they're going to come after us, and I thought. I couldn't finish my thought. I didn't want to think that could happen, but I understand, Akina, and that's what I've been worried about. I don't want our friends getting hurt, but I know you guys want to come regardless of what happens. Yummy thought. That's because we're friends, Yummy. We don't want you or Yugi getting hurt. Like I said last night, You are everything. Without you, we're screwed. I thought. Aquila, Yami thought. You know it's true, Yami, I thought. Abby's POV. The sun comes up in the morning. The jet arrived at the airport. The view looks so pretty, I said. I can't believe we're here in San Francisco, Taya said. We got off the plane and outside of the gate. The suits have a limo ready to take us to see Pegasus. Come on and hurry, we got to go now, a suit said. The suits were packing the luggage into the limo's trunk. I've never seen this big bag before. Is it any of yours? Taya asked. Mine's the black one, I said. Mine's the light blue, Akina said. And mine's the blue one, Yugi said. No one else claimed it either. Oh, is that so? The suit asked. So the suits take it back to live at the Lost and Found. Third POV. With the battered and sick Rex and Weevil still inside, the limo drives off into the city. At the Kaiba core building, Kaiba is at his desk angrily, telling one of his flunkies to hold all his calls and tell the reporters once and for all that Kaiba Corp is not responsible in any way for these monster sightings. The man agrees and leaves Kaiba's office. Kaiba says someone's trying to make a fool of him. He's worked too hard at repairing the reputation of this company. This has to stop. He calls Roland on his intercom, asking for an update on their investigation. Do they have any leads? Roland says there's nothing yet. Kaiba says he wants answers now. Kaiba thinks the timing couldn't be worse. He's about to announce his latest project. The office door opens and Mokuba comes in, telling his brother to check out their database. Someone's out there buying up shares in Kaiba Corp. Kaiba checks his computer and Mokuba's right. Almost half of Kaiba Corp was just bought by one person, and he's still buying. If this person buys any more shares, he could take control of the company, and Kaiba won't allow that. There's only one person who's capable of something like this. Just then the phone rings. It's Pegasus. He says it looks like he and Kaiba are partners now. Kaiba says the company is his, and he'll never let a snake like Pegasus wrap himself around it. Pegasus says he's not interested in Kaiba's company. He just needed the upper hand so he could force Kaiba to do something for him. Since both of their reputations are at stake, he thought they could boost their public image by dueling each other. Kaiba tells Pegasus he must be out of his mind, but Pegasus says if Kaiba refuses, he'll buy the rest of Kaiba Corp and take it apart piece by piece. Kaiba has no choice but to accept. Pegasus says he set up a dueling arena for the Medulla's kingdom, for old time's sake. Kaiba heads down in the elevator with Mokuba, who thinks that his brother was supposed to start building Kaiba lands all over the world, and promised he wouldn't duel again until they were done. He even locked all his Duel Monsters cards away so he wouldn't be tempted. They arrive at basement level 5 and approach a huge vault. Mokuba asks if Kaiba's sure he wants to go through with this, but he says he has no choice. Using a card key and code, he unlocks the vault and they go inside. Mokuba suggests that Pegasus might have been bluffing, but Kaiba says he can't take that chance. Inside the vault, he opens a locked compartment with his card key, thinking that he knew that someday he will unlock his deck again, but he never thought it would be this soon. He removes his metal briefcase from the compartment and takes out his dual disc. On top of the Kaiba core building, Kaiba and Mokuba go to the blue Ice White Dragon jet. Mokuba stops looking down sadly. Kaiba asks him what's wrong, Mokuba says he thought they were going to build Kaiba land. Mokuba stops, looking down sadly. Kaiba asks him what's wrong, and Mokuba says he thought they were going to build Kaiba land. Kaiba says they will, just as soon as he teaches Pegasus a lesson. Mokuba laughs and runs to join his brother. I'll be finishing for today, my dear viewers. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. The next part will be coming to you very soon. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, guys.